of a musical revolution. I am your sweet lady. Join me every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 p.m. as I introduce to you the latest sounds of independent soul music, interview the legends of soul music, and interesting people you should know about. I promise it'll be a stone gas honey.
Nobody's gonna listen, girl. As I said, girl, I've changed my ways. Everything about me that's not right, I did. Girl, I long to lay with you, hold you tight, and rub your head. Make plans, talk about our future while we're lying in bed. 5 years from now, what do you see yourself?
All right, y'all.
Well, I want to be with you because I don't want.
I'm so excited he's here. Okay, that didn't even sound like the Sweet Lady voice, did it? All right, y'all. We've been waiting. And I have to say, you know, he is so awesome. One of, our generation's phenomenal vocalists, like unbelievable vocalists. Calvin Richardson sings the paint off the walls. Man, an awesome, talented, handsome, good-looking, I mean, just all of that, and we love him. We've been enjoying his music, and he has been such a good friend to Soul Sweet. With no further ado, I want to welcome Mr. Calvin Richardson on Soul Sweet. What's happening, Calvin?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, man, not much. We have been grooving to you for like an hour and 15 minutes. Loving it.
Well, I appreciate that.
No problem. You know, I was trying to put together music so that I could go through the journey of Calvin Richardson, but you just have such a body of music in such a short period of time on my show. It's like hard to hit everything, but you have such an amazing body of music.
Yeah, I got quite a bit, but you know, I'm pretty sure that you know, you had enough to choose from, huh?
Oh, yes, I did. I went back from the very, very beginning of Calvin Richardson, and we've been kind of mixing it up and enjoying it. And before we get started, I want to say to you, and we talked about a little off of the air, but I want to say you have the most amazing Calvinites out there, most amazing fans, the most amazing promotional team. I have enjoyed hanging out with them, waiting on you.
Absolutely. Yeah, no doubt. You know, that's my royal family.
Yes.
You know, the Calvinites and, you know, my team Calvin Richardson out there, you know, on the Twitter and all that good stuff. You know, they really kind of hold me down. You know what I mean? It's very important to have such an awesome team.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You should be very, very proud of them. All right.
I really am.
So it's been a minute since you hung out here with me, sweet lady. What has been going on? Because I told everybody Calvin wouldn't tell me what was going on. You made me wait until you got here. So since the last album, what's been going on with you?
You know, so much. I really, you know, been running around doing a lot of touring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did some touring with a lot of different people, from Tyrese to Frankie Beverly,
wow.
Marsha Ambrosius, who else? Anthony Hamilton. You know, a lot of people. You know, I had the opportunity to go out and do a lot of work with them. Did stuff with Charlie Wilson, of course, and
really,
you know, yeah, no doubt. And he and I actually, you know, we're working on some stuff. People gonna, you know, there's a lot of good things in the works. You know what I'm saying? Every time I always tell you, like, you're gonna be surprised. Like, there's more to come. You know, so, you know, basically, you know, I really been, you know, doing a lot of touring. I had gotten in the studio and I started working on my next album that I was gonna come with, called Enough Said. But, you know, and then, you know, I got to the point where I just, you know, I felt like I just needed to pull back just a minute and just, you know, just take my time with the music. I didn't want to feel like I was being pressured to come with any music or anything like that, because I never did it before like that. Like, what comes naturally for me is like, before I sing the music, I gotta live it. I gotta go, I gotta take you on this journey with me, so that way, the paths don't get through off track and stuff, And so, like I said, there's a lot of good opportunities I'm working with. So I put that on hold. I got the album to a point where felt like I was almost finished with it, but then I felt like there's just something else that I needed to say, and the name of the album was going to be Enough Said, so I didn't feel like I said enough, so I got something else that I want to say, you know what I mean?
Right, but life has to bring that to you, huh?
I got to live it, It's something that I got to go through. There's a door that got to open, and I got to go through it before I can speak on it and, make that record, you know what I mean?
Sure. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Now you said a mouthful, so let's kind of go back a little bit. You said that you and Charlie Wilson are working together? Really?
Me and Charlie, like we're in discussions on, like, we're about to come together on something. We're not in the studio at the moment.
Okay.
Working with, what I'm saying, we're working out a situation. There's a situation that, we're putting together. It's going to merge the two of us together. And, just based off of, him reaching out and telling me, he's just been, going through a lot of, being exposed to a lot of the work that he didn't know that I had done, outside of There Goes My Baby.
Yeah.
Right, that Babyface and I did for him. And so, he, reached out and, we had a heart-to-heart. And it was like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, this is just, just mind-blowing, you know what I mean? To be able to be recognized and sought after to do future works
with the greatest vocalist
as a writer, from one of the greatest vocalists of our time,
absolutely,
ever. You said it right. I said of our time, but you said it right, ever.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of blessings. And Andy Stone and myself, we're actually working on a duet album together.
Yeah, we heard.
So that just came about in the last month or so. And I'm not trying to spread myself too thin, but I'm just trying to get it in where I can get it in at, and so I could just continue building my career to the point that, one day I can look back at it and be like, okay, I did it my way. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The right way.
Absolutely. You know what? How has the impact of Charlie Wilson remaking There Goes My Baby, because you recorded it first, I think you told me in 2005, and right. Charlie Wilson did it over, correct?
He did. He did it over.
Right.
But the world never really knew about my version. Over in London,
yes.
Somebody leaked it over there, and they got the demo, and London took off with it, and they started playing it. Yeah, they did. I was back and forth over in London, but over in the States, nobody never really knew. It was never on the radio. We never released it or anything, because when I recorded that record, I was doing it for myself. I was signed to Hollywood Records, and I was working on my second album for them.
Right.
After 235, but then that album never came out. Like, we at some point before
yes have gone through
the
that
music
journey.
came out, we parted ways. You know how it goes.
Yes.
And so when Charlie did it, it's like it was what I knew that it was, and what we knew that what it was when we recorded that record. We wrote it. It was a hit record, and it just it had a great impact, and it financially it done great things for me, and on a marketing standpoint, it done some great things for me too, because Charlie was out there in his interviews talking about me writing it and doing doing it. But it wasn't the same as if it was my record, if I had did it. You know what I mean?
Right. And you know what? Sometimes that's the journey. That's the journey. That's the journey to your destiny. And what's so interesting is that at the peak of There Goes My Baby, I was interviewing Charlie Wilson, and I had never seen Charlie Wilson live before. So they gave me tickets to see him, which, outside of the fact that he is the best vocalist ever, he has the best show that I have ever seen. Amazing.
That's incredible.
Oh, and a wonderful person. But during the interview, I asked him about There Goes My Baby and the experience. And he was saying that, he was looking for music for that album. And he said, and he just was receiving all this music, and he said, and he just wasn't feeling it. It wasn't necessarily that it wasn't, bad music. It just wasn't anything that was really inspiring him. And he said that he was driving when he heard "There Goes My Baby," and he said he had to pull over, and he said he played it 8 times in a row, and he was like, "That's it. That is it." And I'm thinking, I'm like, what must that feel to Calvin? Because we hear Charlie Wilson, the influence of Charlie Wilson, all in your music. So that's just got to be the ultimate for you.
And no doubt it was. And, here's the thing. Like, I grew up in church, singing in church, and, obviously I was exposed to everything else that was going on as well.
Sure.
And the Gap Band, the first record that I ever bought, and, my mom gave me the money to buy that record, and it was a Charlie Wilson record. Well, it was actually a Gap Band, Burn Rubber. You know what I mean? That was the very first record that I ever bought, and I still have it to this day. And, just then for that to come full circle, you know what I mean? One day I never knew that I'd meet Charlie, never knew, and I always, like he was just like the top for me. I always have been,
Right.
And Country Boy, my very first album, you gotta hear this too. My very first album that I recorded, Country Boy, I did this song called Never Knew Love.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You remember that song?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, Never Knew Love was a song that Charlie Wilson had recorded for an album, one of his solo albums that the record company didn't use. And I got it, and I was like, man, I love this record. I just love Charlie. So I did that record, one of Charlie's, got one of his records. He did it. Yeah, and then 10 years later, Charlie redone one of my records.
Wow.
And it's just like, man, it's just so deep. And then, like I said, and just getting to know him, and we doing shows together here and there, and then like a couple of months ago, we was in Raleigh, North Carolina together, and we bumped into each other in the hotel and we was talking and exchanged numbers, and he called me up after, like I said, just recently, and was like, listen, me and my wife been talking, just I really want to work with you, do more work, and let's just come together, and let's make some things happen, you know what I mean? And so that for me is just like, I can't even explain it, you know what I mean? It's really a blessing for me,
Okay, now hold on 1 second, because I found that song. I don't know, can you hear it?
You found it?
Yes. Is that it?
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
Oh, okay. But I'm playing it. The audience, everybody can hear it.
Okay.
And it definitely has, you can hear the Charlie Wilson flavor in it.
Oh, no doubt. Listen, I didn't change anything. He shot, but I would do it. You know how Charlie do. I put all of that in the record. I left it in there. I sang it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And when he did "There Goes My Baby," he did it just the way that I did. The only thing he didn't do was there was a talking part on my, on the original record when I wrote it.
Yes.
And so, they took that part out. But
wow.
Hey, yeah.
Okay, now, and we'll move on from Charlie Wilson, but another thing that Charlie said, which is, and I'm only focusing this because I think you set the tone, to have this moment with Charlie Wilson, and, it has helped the world find out what the rest of us have always known, about you. But he said that when he came out with his next album following, he said he had to ask. He said his team had to ask radio to stop playing "There Goes My Baby" so that he could release his next album, because they would not stop playing the song. And he's like, I got a new album out, So it's, your destiny is golden. For sure.
Yeah.
It's golden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So in moving forward, we were talking about, you mentioned Angie Stone, and she shared with us on R&B Divas that you guys are coming together to do an album of duets.
Yeah, that cat is definitely out of the bag.
Wow, you guys are phenomenal together.
Yeah, and Angie and myself, we did some work together some years ago. Sure. After we did More Than a Woman.
Mm-hmm.
We got in the studio and actually, we wrote and recorded so many songs that we was gonna do this duet album together. Back then, after I did release my album, after she did it, but we never finished it, and we kind of went our ways and stuff like that, and then we came back together, and a few months ago, and it just made sense, like because we had that kind of chemistry together.
Yes, you do.
So,
yes, you do. Wow. wow. Okay, so then you've been on tour and you've been working with a lot of different artists, touring with different artists. Who's out right now that Calvin Richardson is really digging?
Who's out right now?
Yeah. Who would be in your iPod?
Well, obviously I got Charlie Bang. I'm banging Charlie
real
hard.
Of course.
Yeah, and you know, who else am I listening to? Cause, you know, like since I got in the studio and I don't I've been kind of, you know, after a while I turn the music off because I gotta let the music in my head play out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alicia Keys. I had Alicia Keys new stuff. I was rolling with that. Let's see. I keep me some R. Kelly around, new or old, it don't matter, you know.
And when you guys gonna connect, you guys gotta hook up.
And you know, that's one of the things that I put out there a long time ago.
Yes, I remember.
He's one of the people that I would love to work with, and you know, hey, if it's meant to be, one day it'll happen, you know. If not, then you know, then it won't. But it'll always be one of the things that I really I have on my bucket list until I kick the bucket. You know what I mean? Okay,
so you know, R. Kelly worked with Charlie Wilson. I know. His comeback. So now, wouldn't this be hot? R. Kelly, Calvin Richardson, and Charlie Wilson on one record.
Wow. That's all I can say to that.
We putting it out there. Okay, all
y'all.
We putting it out there. We go. Man, that would be so amazing, right? No pun intended.
Oh, that would be so amazing.
No pun intended. Absolutely.
No pun intended.
Okay, so what else is going on? You pulled back. You know, you kind of letting life go along. Anything else you got going on?
Well, you know, I started. I got my own wine now. You know, I endeavored into it over there a little bit. You know, Exotic Crescendo.
Really?
I went into that, and because you know I drink wine. I'm a wine drinker, and
yes, remember I did the Foodie Grooves on you. I did the album review, the Foodie Grooves, and we talked about the wine.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I went off into that. So I got 4 different flavors. I got blackberry. I got white muscadine. We got Merlot, and I got my own special blend, which is called Select. It's like a Malbec with a minty flavor to it. So it's really good. They're all really good. Like, you know, I mean, they're really excellent wines. I must say so myself. But so I ventured over there, and yeah. And so you know, if you know, I stay busy. To be honest about it. Like it's just like, man, you know, I can't hardly find time to get no rest. You know.
Absolutely. But you know what? Your journey has been so inspiring. And, you know, over the years, we have really kind of delved into, you know, your journey and the twists and turns in your journey. And, you know, you hung in there and, you know, you stuck it out and you decided, you know, to start your own label. You wasn't going to work anybody. You was going to do it Calvin Richardson's way. And look at you now. It is amazing. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
I appreciate it. You know, it is important for me that I've had people that was really in my corner, and you know, I had a strong support system. You know, like yourself, and you know, a lot of other people out there that you know that really you know stand behind me, and you know, just really for that moral support because you need it. You know, even though you know, nobody goes through this world alone. You know what I mean? Everybody needs people, somebody. You know. And so once you realize and recognize the power of the support that you do have, and, you know, you start using it to your advantage and, you know, knowing people want the best for you, you know, that just, you turn it into fuel and it just motivates you just to keep on going, you know, because sometimes you really want to be like, oh, man, I quit, you know, it's enough, you know?
Yes.
Because of all the hills and the valleys, you know?
Absolutely. I know exactly how you feel because I could easily go over to commercial radio But if I go over to
Right.
commercial radio, I would lose what I have today and the opportunity that I'm able, to really put people on that wouldn't make it to commercial radio and share their music with the world. But that journey, sometimes you love it immensely from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes. And dude, you do have those days where you're kind of like, okay, this is a lot, but it always works out. The blessings are far more than the hard days, for sure.
You're right. It make it all worthwhile, you know?
It sure does. It sure does. Okay, so this wine, now we got to do, we got to write you up in the Food and Wine magazine. We got to do a spread on you. We're going to make that happen.
Hey, yeah, let's make it happen.
I'm going to make that happen. That's so awesome. Okay, so what else? What else Calvin Richardson got? Because you've been holding back. You wouldn't tell me anything. You've been holding back. Is there anything else you got going on?
Well, this is the latest, and I guess I can break this news on your show. Eric Benet, he called me the other day, and so we're talking about we're getting ready to do some stuff together as well. It's like I'm just telling you, like it's really a lot of, and it's really mind blowing to me. It's like wow, like every time I turn around, like that's when I thought it couldn't get no better or blow my mind to another level. It's just like all these people that's in certain positions, and they like all seeking Calvin Richardson out now for some reason. When I made that record, America's Most Wanted.
Yes.
I never really knew that. It would come to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it to this point. You know what I mean? It's like So we're talking, about coming together and doing an album as well. Maybe not together, but just writing it and recording it together, and my own. Maybe that, and think back to like when I stopped, when I told you that there was something else that needed to be said on the album, when I came with enough said, like
yeah.
And it came to a point where I was like, hey, I'm just gonna hold up. There was something else in store, and now these things are beginning to reveal themselves, and so I'm gonna pursue it to no end, to every end, you know what I mean, and just see if it's for me, I'm going with it, Oh,
wow. It's so well deserved. Okay, so we just put out R. Kelly, Charlie Wilson, Calvin Richardson. Then we need to go ahead and throw Eric Benet in there, and you guys need to do one of them Secret Garden kind of songs. Because there hasn't been one done since. Yeah,
I'm telling you, Eric and myself, we'll be together this weekend. We'll be in Memphis, Tennessee together. We'll be doing this sisterhood showcase together. And so we're going to talk all that stuff out. Once we come together, the sky's the limit from there.
Oh, wow. Okay, and I'm going to throw out one thing, you guys. We got a few more minutes with Calvin, so if you have something you want me to ask Calvin, definitely tweet me and I'll try to get it in. And while we're waiting for the tweets to come in, I want to say that I just interviewed Glenn Jones a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's my man.
His new song is awesome. It's just totally. I love it. It's called Every Day. And we talked about you, and I know that you guys at one point were talking about doing something together, but it never actually got off the ground. But he was saying that maybe one day it will come full circle. Do you think that you would revisit that with Glenn Jones?
Glenn is like my big brother. Yeah, about it. And we was in Jackson, Mississippi together a few weeks ago. We was on a show together, and I'm sure that it will. But as I told you before, nothing happens before it's time, because if it does, then it's out of time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you don't want to. Certain things you don't have to force it. Glenn is he's a great one, another one of those great voices from our time.
Yes, it is.
And so and obviously he's not going anywhere, and I don't plan on going anywhere. Like we're gonna be around, and hopefully we'll be able to come together in the near future, whenever that time comes, and make some great music together.
Okay, so now look at your Twitter family. They have Okay, hold on. They're waiting for something, but I want to say this. They've already given Eric Benet, Calvin Richardson, Charlie Wilson, all of you guys, a name called the Sultry Soul Brothers. Oh my goodness! Gotta love yo.
They're not even gonna let me. They're not. They don't ain't even gonna give us time to come together. They're just gonna make it happen. But it's all good. I love them.
Okay.
I love them. But,
now they said
we're gonna see what happens out there.
Okay. And you know what? This is real interesting. Everybody is saying, you know what? You touched on everything. So I guess I've done a pretty good job with this interview because they're like, you answered all the questions and all the things that we wanted to know, except for there's something about a royal family reunion. What's that about?
The royal family reunion is actually like a family reunion that you would have with your family, right?
Okay.
But not, you know what I'm saying, this is going to be my extended family. And for, not saying that my family per se wouldn't be able to come, but it's for my extended family, my royal family, my supporters, the people that, my Calvinites and all of those.
Yes.
So it's going to be in August, and I haven't disclosed exactly where yet that I'm going to do it at. It's an exclusive location, and, we're going to have, just a big family reunion with, just Calvin Richardson family and supporters, the royal family. And, we're going to do it like we family for real, because that's really what I feel. I really feel like they're my family. Like a lot of them, I feel closer to them than I do to some of my own.
Absolutely.
Real family. You know what I mean? I
understand that. I really do.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Sweet Lady's going to be there because my birthday is in August. So,
really?
Yeah. So I will definitely be there. It's something in the water in the Carolinas anyway. It is just so much talent in the Carolinas.
Yeah. There's a lot of it down there.
Oh,
my
a lot of talent out there. Goodness. I just got turned on to Tyler Woods. Love him. Are you familiar with Tyler Woods?
Charlie Wood?
Tyler Woods?
Oh, no, I'm not familiar.
Oh, okay. He's from the Carolinas.
From North Carolina?
Yeah, oh my gosh, he's amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. But I'll send you some of his music and you check him out. He's really good. He's got some music with the Ninth Wonder. Wow, Calvin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's really
nice, my man.
He is. He's definitely underrated. The stuff that he do is incredible.
Yeah,
is incredible. Yeah. Okay, you have I guess I'm glad that you waited to share everything with me because I'm just like blown away with all the wonderful things that you have going on. So well deserved for you. Where can people find out all about this? All about what's going on with Calvin Richardson? Where can people find that?
I'm on Twitter, and I have there's a couple of Calvinite Nation. Let me see that Twitter page. That's my fan page. That's up. That this young lady does. She does a great job over there, keeping everybody informed of what's going on with me. So that's one outlet, and obviously I'm on Twitter at Prince of Soul. And my website, IamCalvinRichardson.com. That's where, my calendar, we pretty much try to stay on top of everything that's going on, keep it up to date. And, pretty much, that's it.
Okay. So you have to promise me, with all this going on, you got to start coming back a little bit more often because we are so excited about this new chapter in your journey. And I'd love it will inspire us to just hear how it folds together. So I want you to come back and do some updates and, just throw us some seeds and some kernels and let us know what's going on because it's most thrilling.
I would love to do that, and so just keep watching. I don't know if you watch R&B Divas or not.
Yes, I do.
You watch it?
Yes, I do.
Well, I hope Andy's not listening right now, but I really don't get a chance to catch it. I don't watch it, but but I'm gonna, we're gonna do some. I'm coming on there, do a couple episodes on there with Angie and myself, in the studio and stuff like that. So,
All right.
we'll get a chance to see me on some stuff like that. Like, I try to stay away from those reality shows. I've been approached about that lately too.
Really?
Doing being a part of a reality show, but I just, that I don't know what it is with me with those. But that's just not really my thing.
It's
I'm
not
just
for
the music man,
Yeah, and it's not for everybody. For some people it works, and for some people it doesn't. But now I'm getting ready to bust you out, Calvin, because I asked you about the R&B divas because I have a little inside track on the R&B divas. Phil Thornton,
is that right?
Yes, Phil Thornton, who's one of the executive producers, he come on and tell me everything. So he actually was the person that told me that you were going to be, he told the audience that you were going to be showing up on the R&B Divas. All right, y'all.
Dang.
And then Calvin I asked him, and you like, no, that's not it. What's up? Mm-hmm. I knew it. I knew it.
Man, see, I tell you, like, the cat's already out the bag. I just be trying to, to hold back and just let everything play itself out. And then, see, the element of surprise is not always not always a surprise if the cat is already out, huh?
Absolutely.
So it's all good.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, we'll be watching on R&B Divas. We'll be keeping up with. I'm gonna shout out all of your Facebook, all of your fans. You're amazing. You guys have been wonderful, and I have so enjoyed you. Now you know the tradition. Before you leave here, you got to sing a little something, and usually I would say you got to sing something to the sweet lady, but it's all the ladies that are listening. So now I'm going to share you guys. I'm going to share this time. I usually don't, but I'm going to share. So Calvin, you got to sing a little something for us, and it would be phenomenal if it was your new joint, your new song.
Oh yeah, no doubt. This is to you, but it'll apply to all the rest of those lovely Calvinites and my royal family out there, all the other ladies just listening that haven't got on board yet. All right.
All right, you will be on board after this.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So welcome aboard, everybody. I appreciate you. All right, here we go. Girl, you must have lost your way from heaven. Could it be for me you came so far? Nothing like the ordinary woman. You're the very beat inside my heart. Girl, you're like a star, I feel so common. Shining like a diamond out in space. Girl, you're like my mother, my sister, my lover. Irreplaceable, nothing can take your place. You're the blood in my veins. You're the air I breathe. On a hot summer day, you're like a shirt with no sleeves. What makes me a man? Anyone who can see that you're more than a woman to me. If you take that back, there will be no cure. I sail there forever like a ship with no shore. What makes me a man? Any fool can see that you're more than a woman to me. There you go.
All right. Thank you so much. You have made the rest of my month going into Black Music Month. Thank you so much, Calvin. Oh, my gosh. I cannot wait to talk to you again. So we're definitely going to have you back. And we're going to get together about doing an article on your wines. We're going to make that happen.
Let's do it. Before I go, I want to give a big shout-out to... Do people still do shout-outs?
Yes. Toss them up, whatever you want to call it. We old school, so it's...
no doubt. But, now, big up to, all those people that's behind the scene that I've been talking about, Charlie Wilson, Angie Stone, Eric Benet, all those people that I'm dealing with right now, that's going to help take this thing to the next level. But without my supporters, once again, and my royal family, you know what I mean, I still be behind in the game. So we winning, y'all. We ahead of the game because of you. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you so much, Calvin. We'll be in touch real soon.
Okay. I appreciate you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. You guys, you know what? Sweet lady need a drink of water because have mercy. And you know what? I think that's the song he sang to me the last time. But I just kind of go to this other place when Calvin starts singing, especially a cappella live here on the show. Whew, have mercy. I really enjoyed it. And I'm just speechless with all the great things that he has going on. So definitely stay tuned because I'll have Calvin on more. And you'll see my article that I'll write on him in regards to his wines, because I got to taste them and tell you all about them. But all right, Sweet Lady needs to take a really deep breath and get a drink of water. So let's go back, because this is my show and I can do what I want to. I'm going to play We're Together Again.
This is for the one that you love,
because I can do that
for a long time.